back again. Teddy Gray on stuff today. Vandar, JNO2. Apparently it's a diss track. Haven't heard too much about it, but as soon as you guys let me know in the comments, you already knew I was gonna get here straight away. And here we are. Please like, comment, subscribe if you are new, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're on our way to 100,000 subscribers. I really want to get there by the end of this year. Please. Okay, so without further ado, come my gang in the building. Badamai, let's go. Before anything happens, I just want to say, this beat already sounds grimy. The fact that this is a diss track, I thought when it was JNO2, I thought that it might be, that he might be using the same instrumental from the first one. Seems like that's not the case. Subtitles on.
Fuck about a motherfucking hater. Bitch, I'm living good, eating good, dropping bangers. So that for him and chain, but I did it better. I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking hater.
How did he say all of that in one? And I'm guessing this is the hook. I'ma drag the thieves and the pretentious bastards by the neck and bust this case wide open for y'all to hear. I've been ill for the last week. This might actually be the medicine that I needed, okay? This is almost, it's almost like he's telling you exactly what he's gonna be doing in this track. I'ma drag the thieves and the pretentious bastards by the necks and bust this case wide open. That means after he's done with this track, you will know exactly what's up, okay? Let's go.
Give a fuck about a motherfucking hater. Bitch, I'm living good, eating good, dropping bangers. Shop that for him and chain, but I did it better. I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking hater. Bitch, I'm living good, eating good, dropping bangers. Shop that for him and chain, but I did it better. Get a lack of chalk, they all could chop, bring you neck cat. Get a canoe, let you come, they batch you come, bring you neck cat. We did run things from that chong, but chong, and dice and bright. Tell my child, like Munachi, sack Munachi, I hip hop, Miss Rock, command.
Make sure you know the difference between me, and I'm guessing that the other word was dick. Maybe, maybe. I don't know. But he's saying you said you hid the claws, but you don't have them in the first place. You say you hid the fangs. Like when people say like hiding claws and fangs, it means like I'm not showing you like my full potential. Like I'm not coming out swinging, And apparently that's what G Devith was saying about Vandar. I'm not even coming at you with 100% of what I can achieve or what I'm capable of. I'm not even coming at you with 100%. That's what G Devith said. And he's saying, bro, you don't have anything. You came out 100% and it's nothing.
Bring your neck cat. Get a canoe, let you come, they batch you come, bring your neck cat. We did run things from that chong, but chong, and dice and bright. Tell my child, like Munachi, sack Munachi, I hip hop, Miss Rock, come I'm the first of it. Rap man cat go rap die, man, you fool as shit. Tell me why you had him, why you snitching? Can you fly? Hot the chai, you just start. Come down, murder, and jungle, murder, young, rip, tip, and home. Throw your kite, and play my chong,
Oh God, G Devith has to be feeling like Neo in the Matrix right now. He has to be feeling like he's dodging bullets. Vandar is throwing everything at him. Are you stupid? What was that about? don't look after my footprints. Don't dare compare yourself to me. Even in that, I've got like Van Daar's telling him like my footprints, they're too big for you. You walk over them and there's still an outline of my footprint, even where I've been walking. So even the stuff that I've been doing, you're still not even doing stuff that's as good as that now. Woo! God, I wish I wasn't ill. I can feel, oh God. I wish I could scream. That might actually happen by the end of this. Oh my God, we're not even a minute in.
Hip hop is so command the festival. Rap man got go rap die, man.
You full of shit.
Tell me why you had him, why you snitching? Could you fly? Hot the chai, you just start. Công ta mơ đàn trường cùng mơ khuôn dương bếp thiệp nhông. Pro nhung khai dương phương mà trong lăng trường nhung pram thả công. Play đi có rơ lên cái thanh đôi miên cung sừng nông.
And even in that as well, I'm so sorry to have to pause this, but I'm gonna be pausing this a lot, okay? So if you're one of these people that just skips over what you know the reactor's got to say, I break down bars on this channel. So if you're one of those people, probably best not to continue watching, okay? Because I'm gonna talk a lot, because he deserves it, all right? Cambodia deserves it. Ugh. My flow's hotter than fire itself. If you want to crawl up the food chain, I'd say don't. Do you know why? Because it doesn't matter where you are on the food chain, you are food. So don't even bother climbing up, because whether you're at the bottom or whether you're at the top, you are getting eaten. Van Daar, the apex predator. Oh, stop it, bro. My flow's hotter than fire itself. What more do you want him to say on a diss track?
Hot the chai, you just start. Công ta mơ đàn trường cùng mơ khuôn dương bếp thiệp nhông. Pro nhung khai dương phương mà trong lăng trường nhung pram thả công. Play đi có rơ lên cái thanh đôi miên cung sừng nông. Ta mơn bắt trăm phương đến na có kê lất con cùng mông. Catch me if you can, catch me if you can, catch me. Họ tam đàn nhầm hai xung cùng plek đã sinh nhà cần đăng. Bởi chừng tôi nè.
And oh my God, and to hear the boxing bell. And to hear the boxing bell in the background, like, bro, catch me if you can, catch me if you're mad. And I like how in Cambodian, catch me if you're mad kind of sounds like catch me if you can. He said catch me if you can, and then he said catch me if you can. Like, it kind of sounded the same.
Catch me if you can, catch me if you can, catch me.
Catch me if you can, catch me if you can. Like, it kind of sounds the same, you know? And obviously can and mad sound, you know, kind of the same, so it's not that crazy. However, he had a song called Catch Me If You Can and never rhymed that with Catch Me If You're Mad, you know? And he had a whole song and didn't mention any of that. There has to be some reason as to why Van Daar has chosen now to do this, you know? Because G. Devith has been, you know, trying to make sly digs at Van Daar for a while now. So why now, you know? Let's not question it. Let's not question it.
Mơ khuôn dương bếp thiệp nhông. Pro nhung khai dương phương mà trong lăng trường nhung pram thả công. Play đi có rơ lên cái thanh đôi miên cung sừng nông. Ta mơn bắt trăm phương đến na có kê lất con cùng mông. Catch me if you can, catch me if you can, catch me. Họ tam đàn nhầm hai xung cùng plek đã sinh nhà cần đăng. Chúng tôi này ở đồng xo. Mà chân tôi nhầm răng. Mấy thơ play nhất cho để có miên gần ló mấy thơ dần nắng. Chẳng mà chừng chẳng bà tròn chẳng chẳng gần chẳng. Không mấy cái nơi ta bần năng bà tròn chẳng chẳng gần chẳng á chẳng. Mình bắp cái đắng, prang cái bần năng, mình prang cái bần năng.จะใส่ก็ลังตังข้างกับปันนังอัดข้างกับปันนัง I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking hater.
And for him to say as well, like, this is your limit, that's basically what he was saying in the beginning when he was saying, you know, about the footprints, like, even the stuff that you're doing now isn't anything compared to the stuff that I've been doing. He's been saying this from the very beginning, from the first thing that he said on this track. You know, what was it that he said? You said that you hid your claws. You said you hid your fangs. I'm telling you, you haven't got shit. You gave me everything you had, and it did nothing to me. This is your limit. Oh, come on, man.
Play nhất cho để có miên gần ló mấy thơ dần nắng. Chẳng ban chinh chẳng bà tròn chẳng chẳng gần chẳng. Không mấy cái nơi ta bần năng bà tròn chẳng chẳng gần chẳng á chẳng. Mình bắp cái đắng, prang cái bần năng, mình prang cái bần năng. don't give a fuck about a motherfucking hater. Bitch, I'm living good, eating good,
Dropping banger.
Sắp đại tay thôi mình change, boy shit really better. Mình đang bùa cháo anh change my side. I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking hater. Bitch, I'm living good,
Eating good, dropping banger.
Sắp đại tay thôi mình change, boy shit really better. Mình đang bùa cháo anh change my side. I pray for you, but nè chẳng lên chỉ môi nước trong. Free ai bia mình cay với bay mình chan xanh mà đông. Trong khói rồi xin mà chat cái lời.
And do you know why he can say all of those things? All of those things. I'll give you a free glass of beer, a bowl of rice, and a piece of meat. Like, he's been sponsored by, I swear he was sponsored by, oh my god, what was it called? It was some restaurant. I saw it on, what was it on? Instagram? It was either on Instagram or Twitter. And he was being sponsored by some restaurant. So not only can I give you a bowl of rice and a piece of meat from the restaurant that's sponsoring me, but I can give you a free glass of beer as well, because I'm sponsored. I've been sponsored by Budweiser. And now what is it? What is it? Hanuman? Is that the new one? Is that the new beer that he's sponsored by? I forget. There's so many of them.
I pray for you, but nè chẳng lên chỉ môi nước trong. Free ai bia mình cay với bay mình chan xanh mà đông. Trong khói rồi xin mà chat cái lời nhung. Chu nè anh tới thương sắc sọc ra nặng trong ba tông mà đông. Đốt cho ngày đi rư mùi nhưng tới đốt cho ngày say.
Let me show you the bones I've piled up. Like, Van Dar is a lovely human being. He's not talking about real bodies. He's talking about metaphorical bodies. These people that he's just bodied on a beat. Who said to him, Van Dar, you're not a good enough rapper, you know? You're not good enough. They told him just because he's from a small seaside that he couldn't amount to anything. They told him that, and he burnt them all. Shall I burn them all today or tomorrow? Bro, you've already done it. You have done it. I pray for you, but nè chẳng lên chỉ môi nước trong. Free ai bia mình cay với bay mình chan xanh mà đông. Trong khói rồi xin mà chat cái lời nhung. Chu nè anh tới thương sắc sọc ra nặng trong ba tông mà đông. Đốt cho ngày đi rư mùi nhưng tới đốt cho ngày say. Miên học bằng sắc sọc khắc bong bong nhưng tới từ chay. Nu nom đường sôi đôi chỉ sắc cay. Chắc bà anh nhờ anh bạn được bia với tình yêu đôi chỉ xì đầy. Hey, hold up. Check this out. And that goes both with biting, and obviously biting, people say like you're biting my lyrics, like you're stealing from me. And I've heard a lot of people try to sound like Van Dar, you know, and the way that he concocts his flows. Every 4 to 8 bars, Van Dar's flow will change. It seemed that in Cambodian hip hop that wasn't happening before Van Dar, and that's all that's happening now. You know, it's no coincidence. It's because he did it. God damn. I need most of that back again, actually.
I pray for you, but nè chẳng lên chỉ môi nước trong. Free ai bia mình cay với bay mình chan xanh mà đông. Trong khói rồi xin mà chat cái lời nhung. Chu nè anh tới thương sắc sọc ra nặng trong ba tông mà đông. Đốt cho ngày đi rư mùi nhưng tới đốt cho ngày say. Miên học bằng sắc sọc khắc bong bong nhưng tới từ chay. Nu nom đường sôi đôi chỉ sắc cay. Chắc bà anh nhờ anh bạn được bia với tình yêu đôi chỉ xì đầy. Hey, hold up. Check this out. Shit, man, what the fuck? Từ đang hướng đi đây. Really? Oh, hell. You are messing with the wrong man. You motherfucker. Why you so Joe? No man ton chop like whoa. Puno day baby, they can't let you see no.
I wondered if he was actually gonna say Joe, like if he was actually gonna make reference to the first song. Oh my. Why are you still Joe? Bro, why are you so Joe? Pretentious bastard. Under my original reaction to Joe, underneath that, a lot of people were telling me like what JNO meant, but obviously he's summing up there. It's a pretentious bastard, and to be honest, from what I've heard from G Devith's music, that is exactly what he is. When I did my reaction to, I think it was I'm Bored, I was genuinely bored with that song, because he did come across very pretentious, like I can afford this, you can't afford this. But the people that he was aiming that at allegedly, were Vandar and Lassima Cartel. Half of Lassima Cartel, they're not like A-listers yet. So why would he be talking to them like they've been doing it for as long as him? I don't understand it. I'm kind of glad Vandar's doing this, you know? Show him who the man is.
Really? Oh, hell, you are messing with the wrong man. What the fuck? Why you so Joe? No man ton chọc lại wow. Cô nuôi đây pay về đây khơi lệ nhung xin nhung. Tôi này bay oi này spray được trong micro. Snap hai bay như căn bị chương rốt trên studio. Why you so Joe? No man ton chọc lại why. Cô ta roang ngay chung ta bua klein klein. Miền Nam môi lên drop tháp ổ na nang si bay bầm bong bay. Thao ở lệ pay về hai pay bọt man ton trên vô để chạy chạy. Why you so Joe? No man ton chọc lại why.
What? Who leaked songs? What? Got one pussy-hole I no longer call a brother because he's a snake in the grass. So is he talking about G Devith there, or is he sort of saying to G Devith like, look, I've had people in my own circle who have snaked me out, and I no longer call them brother now. Like, it's on sight if I see them. It's on sight, you know. So don't think I won't do the same thing to you. Is it that, or is he talking about G Devith here? Ooh.
Why you so Joe? No man ton chọc lại where? Hold up, chăm một plan. Suốt tập bùa dây, bùa xây lối kê thế lôi. Hiền đôi bạn anh đập che khní anh tròi mua đôi coi.
Bro, I don't care how ill I am. This is happening. This is happening. This is happening. What did I say in the G Devith? It was either flexing or I'm bored. It was one of the two. And the thing that I said is, bro, why is he talking like this when his clothes are probably, they're not bought for him? Do you know what I mean? The label sorts them out for him so that he can be on a photo shoot or whatever. G Devith was talking about those particular people, and that's exactly what he did on the track. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Come on.
You so Joe, no man ton chọc lại where? Hold up, chăm một plan. Suốt tập bùa dây, bùa xây lối kê thế lôi. Hiền đôi bạn anh đập che khní anh tròi mua đôi coi. Bay thề bọt ní anh chặt tốc thành soi.នឹកឃើញដែរក្មេង I don't fuck with little boy. សុទ្ធតែពួក fake ពួក snake ពួកនឹងស្មៅអត់ចេះបើកវែកតែពួកនេះសុទ្ធតែឈាមខ្មៅអញទៅតែដឹងរឿងនេះធ្វើអញមួម៉ៅចោតគ្នាទៅមកពួកនេះស្មោះជាមួយអ្នកក្រៅថោកអីនឹងដៃអញនិយាយដោយរាល់ដងក្មេងនេះចង់រៃវាហ៊ានលួចចាក់ក្រោយខ្នងអញហើយសង្ហាឈឺចាប់
Do you know what's crazy? I've said exactly the same thing. I've said exactly the same thing. This is crazy. Like, Vandar's even saying there, like, bro, you could have, like, oh my God, what was it that he said? That's it. What's so cheap about asking? You know? Like, Baramai and Vandar in particular, they've been doing well since even before Skull 1. They've been doing well since the Time to Rise video came out, you know? They've been smashing records since then. If G Devith needed some help, or he needed a handout, or he needed a feature, why would he not just ask? It's G Devith's own ego that disallowed him to ask Vandar or to ask Andrew Game or Laura Mam for a little bit of help. Do you know what I mean? Whether it was guidance in marketing or distribution, or, like I say, whether it was just a feature. All he had to do was just come to him as a man, you know? As a Cambodian. You guys are the same blood. But instead of doing that, G Devith chose to go against him. I don't know why, you know, it might be the competitiveness of rap, you know. There's always been that thing in rap, like, Tupac, Biggie, 50 Cent, The Game, or 50 Cent, Ja Rule, you know. There's been so many of them. Drake and Kanye, you know. There's been so many of them. And it is the competitive nature within rap that makes people do that, but I don't know. It just seems like Khmer hip-hop, like hip-hop in Cambodia, it's not big enough that anybody has to be so greedy. Work together, you know? Work together. Imagine what they could achieve together. Or what they could have achieved. Because it seems as though Van Daar's at the point of no return. You know? G Devith, bro, he better go to Van Daar. He better go to Baramai with his tail between his legs and beg for forgiveness. Wow. Ooh. The way Van Daar puts things is so perfect, but that in particular, that was beautiful. You came in through the door like a welcome guest, but you exit through the back door like a common thief. Like, bro, we let you into our home. I don't know whether that's, you know, metaphor. Okay. I don't know whether that's metaphorically or literally, you know, let him through the door. But I'm saying, either way, they allowed him, you know, to either use their beats or use their flows. They welcomed him in. And instead of staying and, you know, being amongst friends, left through the back door like a common thief. And they're saying common thief, obviously, because he must have stolen some beats or some ideas. Even if the things that he walked away weren't physical and it was just conceptual, and whatever he walked away with, they felt cheated. They felt like they'd had something stolen from them. This is such a crazy revelation. Who knew about this? Wow. Bro, he's now attacking the man. He's no longer just going at G Devith. He's going at the man. He's going at the person behind the artist, behind the mask that he puts on for everybody. Guy's saying, bro, you got a child on the way and you're still out here acting like a clown. You're not a man, you know? God damn. Erase this, delete that. Ran to the monastery to be a monk. Don't tell me that it's cousin me. Wow. Jesus, he's burying this guy. Fuck you, motherfucker. Okay, brilliant. So that was it. I kind of wanted him to get that flow out before I went back to find out what he said. So let's go back. God damn.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. So he called him a rat. Basically called him a rat. So this whole beef is completely real. None of this is fabricated. This beef is completely real. But G Devith was trying to make this beef happen for a very, very long time. For a very, very long time. And Van Dor hasn't bit at all. But it appears that G Devith, Ditway, has been making fun of the fact that he leaked one of Van Dor's songs, or that somebody he knows leaked one of Van Dor's songs before the album. I don't know. I mean, to me personally, I don't really like leaks because it might affect the overall outcome of the album, So, don't really like leaks. But if I had even seen a Van Dor leak before the album, I wouldn't have even listened to it. You already know. This was a diss. And I know that, people were telling me that it was a diss and I should have just taken their word for it. Fair enough. However, a lot of times people say that something's a diss and then it's really not. And the person didn't really say that much. Van Dor, on the other hand, said a lot. Like I say, in the beginning, he basically said that he was going to assassinate his character and waited until right at the end to do that, to make sure that anybody that's listening to this all the way through until the very end is invested enough to know this information. Van Dor could have done that right in the beginning and just said, oh, here's a bunch of shit that I know that you've done and this is why I don't like you, rare. He didn't do that. In the beginning, it was basically him hyping himself up and saying, look, this is why you need to respect me, because you aren't where I am. You aren't even where I was. So you have to respect me. That was the first verse. Second verse, and everything after that, absolutely off with his head. There's no way G Devith comes back from this. No way he comes back from this. Like I say, G Devith, Ditway, tail between his legs. He needs to beg for mercy. And hopefully, in the future, we can see the two of them collaborate instead of hating on each other. Like I say, Cambodian hip hop, it isn't world renowned yet. So let's not start breaking the internal structure of Cambodian hip hop before it's even made its way to the Western world even, Because there's a lot of people over here that know about Van Dor, but that's kind of it, I feel like beef like this might hinder, a lot of the audience from listening to anybody else. Because what a lot of people do is they tend to pick a side. Even if they're outsiders, they'll pick a side, either Van Dor or G Devith, and then, they don't listen to anybody else outside of that, because it's more about just the beefs and which record labels against who, and fuck that shit, man. Cambodian hip hop, you are all Cambodian, you are all of one blood. Work together, alright? However, this diss, chef's kiss. God damn. Thank you very much to everybody. I don't know if you can hear, but I am very much losing my voice now. So I'm kind of glad that we're coming to the end of the video. It's been your boy Teddy Ground Stuff. I'm gonna go and drink some water and calm down after that diss. Thank you very much for watching. Please go and check out my other Khmer reactions. It's been your boy.